let's bring up stage very own Joseph Omolapo, popularly known as J and N.
I did not envisage or see that I was going to be a content creator. I was going to be tying Gilly on the internet. You understand? I don't think anybody wakes up and say, this is the plan for my life. I want to start tying Gilly and rapper on the, I never thought that was going to be what I was going to do. Very important that whatever you do, you have to love it. So even when the results you're looking for are not necessarily coming, I still love to wake up every other day to create characters. I love the effects I had on people until I got my first million. The more you know yourself, the better you'll be able to separate yourself from who you look up to. So the question is, a lot of people don't know themselves. So it's important that you know yourself. What message are you trying to pass down?
Hello, Showstoppers!
Okay, my name is Bisola, popularly known as B Star. I'm sure we are all used to. Oh yes, she gave me the name. Nice to meet you, Jay, on her. All right. Welcome once again, everyone. My name is Bisola Amda, as she has said. I'm a professional compare, and I'm also a human resources professional. And I'm honored to be moderating this fireside chat with you, Jay, on there. I'm humbled to be the one talking to you. So we're just going to basically talk about your journey, right? And your journey is one, I call it a journey because of the transition and the growth that you've experienced. And you started off from just from what we've seen, being like a teacher for Jam and WAEC, to you transitioning into having your own business, being an on-air personality, and you creating an alter ego universe that has so many characters that all of us are falling in love with. I mean, we've all spoken about Finished Man, we've spoken about Choose About the series, we've spoken about HR, like a whole lot of characters, right? So my first question to you would be, can you share like would you say was a pivotal moment, like a defining moment where you felt like your dedication to your craft has started paying off, where you started seeing traction for all the effort that you've put in?
All right, first of all, thank you everyone for having me. Of course, shout out to Mojibadi and the Showstoppers. I'm super honored to be here. Emily, she called me and I said, of course, I'm going to be here. A pivotal moment where I knew that things were paying off. So I just like to clarify that I did not envisage or see that I was going to be a content creator. I was going to be tying Gilly on the internet. You understand? I don't think anybody wakes up and say, this is the plan for my life. I want to start tying Gilly and rapper on the. I never thought that was going to be what I was going to do. But I mean, if you know my story, things happened. A lot of lows happened. And so creating content was an escape for me. So it was I wasn't necessarily trying to be called a content creator or trying to make money from it. In fact, in my mind, that was not what I want to be. That's not where I wanted to make my money from, right? But I started doing it, and people found it interesting. My family members were like, "We know you are funny, but not this funny. You understand? We know you can recreate characters, but not this way." And so I started. So I think I'd been doing it for a bit, 3, 4 years into it. Money was not coming, and that is why it's very important that whatever you're doing, you have to love it. So even when the results you're looking for are not necessarily coming, I still love to wake up every other day to create characters. I love the effects I had on people until I got my first million. Because people again, you meet brands and brands will love we love you, but we don't have the budget. We love you, but we don't think this particular brand reached out and they said, we know you're not earning this year. This is what we want to pay you. This is the value. But I think that wasn't even necessarily the moment. I think I worked for a particular brand. I don't want to mention their name. I think it was for Premier Co. And so I charged them a lot of money, and then they agreed to pay me. And then I went for the event, and then their head of marketing or something said, with the work that you did for us, I think you should have charged us more.
Wow.
That you really delivered, and that this was my first time meeting you. My team really wanted to work with you. I'd never heard of you before, but I saw what you did. I saw what you brought to the table. You should have charged
Charge
more.
more.
And that's why, we still have a connection. I still work with them till tomorrow. So I'm just grateful. I think at that moment, because you have different moments, but that moment I knew that I'm doing something right. I'm doing something right. So yeah.
How do you sort of separate or make that distinct where, at times where because you look up to someone unconsciously, you might start mimicking them or acting like them.
Yeah.
So how do you sort of separate yourself from people that you look up to and stay grounded in yourself as a person?
Hmm. That's a very great question that someone has to sit down to think about. Yeah, because what you find is that you find a lot of people that watch people and then want to recreate. Even pastors.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember there was a time that you hear a pastor preach and then you hear other pastors and it's almost like they're sounding alike.
They're saying the
You
same
know,
thing.
so it happens. I think it's just the way humanity is. But I think that the more you know yourself, the better you'll be able to separate yourself from who you look up to. So the question is, a lot of people don't know themselves. So it's important that you know yourself. What message are you trying to pass down? Do
Okay.
you understand? There are so many people I love, so many people that I am mentored by from afar, but you would not know because you will still see the authenticity in what I do. So I would say know yourself.
Okay.
Know yourself. Don't become that person that would always say, remember what Mujibade said? You are making a statement and you've quoted Mujibade 50 times. I know you love her, you know, but you cannot. Do you?
Be
I don't know
her.
if that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I remember going to one church, and so I'm gonna. If you leave me, I'll just keep talking, and then I'll take over. But I remember going to one church, and then the pastor from beginning to end was quoting the senior pastor. I
Okay.
already knew that the church would not last. Do you know?
Why?
So I knew it would not last because people are coming there because they want to have a relationship with God. If the person that is preaching doesn't seem to have a relationship with God for himself, because everything the person was saying was from the angle of the pastor in charge. Pastor, what is
Ah,
your own
perspective.
encounter with God?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you will lose people. So my point is that be inspired by people, quote them once in a while. But what are you saying? You too, you have quotable quotes, but you cannot know if you don't discover for yourself. Do you understand?
Preach.
So yeah.
Thank you. So, does anyone have question? Okay. One. She was the first to raise her hand. So.
Where do I get my? So when I started out my mom's wardrobe, in fact, one of my biggest regrets is moving out from my house. Because if you think that I have costumes now, I really don't. If I was still at my mom's, my God, our wardrobe is diverse. It's crazy what is there. So I think that yeah, I'm grateful for my mom. But as I've just people, that's the thing with followers. People randomly see me and just recently somebody sends me her old wedding gown. She said she wanted to sell it. She said she wanted, but she just said, "I just had a leading to give it to you that Jay will use it for something important." You understand?
Aww.
So when I told people around me, say, "This is juju," I was because when you hear that kind of fan love, you're like, it's beyond you. But yeah, that's how it has been. So followers that love me, brands give me outfits, and yeah, I'm just people around me that surround me that give me things. So that's it,
Thank
really.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right, so just to wrap this up, I would end this with one quote that my mentor Mujibadi said, and it's by Henry Wadsworth. And it says, "The heights by great men attained and kept were not reached overnight, but it was gotten by their persistence. Why, okay. Why others slept, they were toiling." So basically, that's everything I has been saying, that if you maintain your hard work, perseverance, I mean, just look at Dapper, what we'll be saying all day. Dappers. So let's also just be consistent, be authentic, and be true to ourselves. Thank you so much, Jay. Please give me a
Thank
round
you
of
so
applause
much.
for that very insightful. All right, so, oh, okay.
Jay on air. I'm not Premier Cool. I cannot afford you. But the little that we have, not this is not from it is from the entire Showstoppers community. We'd like to say thank you. We really appreciate that you came here.
Woo!
Please thank Jay for me.
Thank you.
Please thank Jay. Thank Jay. And did you enjoy this? I mean, few minutes of wisdom.
Yes.
Almost like he heard our dappers because he mentioned quite a number and you spoke to
Exactly.
the essence of our community. Thank you, Jay. We didn't make a mistake asking you to come here. And we truly love you. We celebrate the star that you are. We celebrate the star that you are. We honor you and we wish you all the very best. Please keep shining. We're drawing inspiration from you. This is from us to you. Don't